This is the pre-class before the next 7 days, where we're going to be going into some handstand tips to hopefully help you get up into the air better. So before you get started, I just want you to take side profiles of yourself, pictures, to see where your alignment is, because ultimately the way you are standing is going to translate to how you end up when you're on your hands. So that's step one. And then step two is kind of what you're looking for. So if you can see in me, I have a little bit of a tilt and my head is a little bit over my shoulders. What we're trying to get in alignment with our feet hip distance apart, I want to soften my knees and kind of compress my front hand to my back hand so I can gather my core and my glutes are on. So that takes care of that. It'll also take care of these ribs pulling down. And then I'm looking at pulling my ears back over my shoulders. So this is how I want to look. This isn't always where we're going to be, but that's okay. This is where we're going. One of the things that happens if our ribs are splayed out like this, we don't use our core enough. So we really want to, over the next 7 days and forever, to really harness our core so that way our pelvis can be in neutral. Otherwise, we're starting to sink into low back pain, or we're starting to compress maybe up in our cervical spine, or we're just not using the core. And last but not least, we're going to check on our hip flexors. So our hip flexors are super crucial for pulling in, especially when we're going into one-legged kick-ups of our handstands. So go ahead and just test your hip flexor strength. You can use the support of a chair or a wall, and we're just going to pull in one of our knees really high up into our chest, keeping the core on and also making sure this bottom glute is on, and then let go. And we want to see how long we can keep that knee up there by harnessing all of this energy down here and here. Maybe your knee only gets to here. That's okay. You're working on pulling it up higher and then maybe letting it down, pulling it up and slowly letting it fail, but not at the expense of this standing leg bending. So go ahead and give that a try on each side. Maybe you'll notice a difference, and that'll kind of help tell you where you're at. Hopefully tell you where you are at in your own handstand practice, and we'll be going throughout the rest of the next 7 days, things you can do to help this, and maybe some tips that you haven't heard of before to help you get into a handstand.